Hi, on this episode of Quick One with Ayo, I'll be talking about car doors. So we know the function of a door is to permit or restrict ingress or exit from a particular thing, be it a vehicle or a house or somewhere. So that's the function of the door in cars. Keeps occupants in or allows occupants out of the car. So the doors in cars house the side windows for visibility in or out of the car. The doors in cars also house buttons, controls for the windows, the side mirror. It even houses the side mirror in most cars. The trunk release button. Even some cars like the McLaren MP412C has the climate control, that's the AC controls on the door. The doors also have armrests to allow you rest your arms and door pockets for storage of things, cups, bottles, anything. So enough with the introduction to doors. Let's move into what this video is all about. So over the years, automakers have come up with multiple designs for car doors. But I'm talking about the production car doors. We have concepts. I'm not really into concepts. I prefer when it's a reality. So I'm talking about some of the production car doors that we have. Some have been phased out and we still have some being used today. I'll be starting with the first one, which is our conventional or regular doors. These are the doors found in your Toyota Camry, your Honda Accord, almost all your cars normally. These are doors that are hinged in front and they open outwards. So they open outwards horizontally and parallel to the door sill or to the ground, So when they open straight out. I will explain why I'm mentioning the parallel thing when I get to the next door. So like I said, these are doors that open out. These are the normal doors. We just open them and they open out because they're hinged in front. To the A pillar if it's the front door, or to the B pillar if it's a rear door. An advantage of this is that you can open the doors in an area with low roof, like if the ceiling or the roof is low, you can easily open your door and get out. So the disadvantage of this is if there's a car parked too close to you, you won't be able to open your door to step out because your door will hit the other car. So that's one of the disadvantages. Also, if you're parked close to the curb or culvert, you can't really open your door because it will hit it, and if it's a very high one, like if it's a very high curb or culvert, you won't be able to get out till you adjust the car. So the next door I'm talking about is what they call the Swan Doors. Swan Doors. It opens like the conventional door, it's hinged in front as well and opens out, but it doesn't open parallel to the ground or to the door sill. It opens with a bit of an upward vertical angle. So what it does is, so if your car is parked directly beside a high curb or high culvert, and you open it, the door goes up a bit. So it creates a gap between the bottom of the door and the culvert. It's mostly found on Aston Martins, like the Aston Martin Rapide, the Aston Martin DB9. You see this from looking at the front of the car. When the doors are open, you can see it's not parallel to the ground. It opens in an upward angle slightly, but it still opens conventionally like your normal doors. But it just goes to an upward angle. An advantage of this is, if you're too close to the culvert or if it's a low culvert, it can open up without scratching the bottom of your door, because that can really be annoying. So the next door I'm talking about is the sliding door. This door was used back then on the Kaiser Darren. The door slides into the panel of the car to allow occupants in or out of the car. So it didn't really catch on, so we don't really have them around anymore. Although the sliding door concept has been used now on minivans and vans and buses. The Toyota Sienna, the Previa, the Honda Odyssey, Dodge Caravan and all those space buses or minivans. The door is suspended on the side of the car and it has a track, so it moves on the track back and forth. An advantage with this is that you can, when cars are even parked very close to you, you can actually open, all it does is open up a little bit outside and slide back on the track. So this makes ingress or exit easier when cars are parked close to you. So the next door I'm talking about is what we call the suicide doors, also called coach doors. And these doors are hinged at the rear. Like you said, conventional doors and Swan doors are hinged on the front. That's in the A pillar, that's the first pillar just after the engine. But for coach doors or suicide doors, they are hinged at the rear. So instead of opening outwards, they open outwards. Okay, so instead of opening outwards from the rear, they open outwards from the front. So the suicide doors have been popularized by Rolls-Royce. It's used on the Rolls-Royce Phantom, the Rolls-Royce Ghost, the Rolls-Royce Wraith, the Rolls-Royce Dawn. It's used on their vehicles, so we all know them as, some people even call them Rolls-Royce doors. Also, there are also other manufacturers that have used such doors in the past and I even still use them now, like the new Lincoln Continental has suicide doors at the rear. An advantage of this door is that it opens up wide and allows you to get into the vehicle easily. So one disadvantage of the suicide door is that you can't jump out of the vehicle if it's moving, because the door is going to smack into you and kill you. So you won't want to be kidnapped in a Rolls Royce with the opportunity to jump out, but you can't because of the door. So the next door we're talking about is my personal favorite. It's called the scissors doors, or the scissor doors. It's also called the Lamborghini doors or Lambo doors. These are doors that open upwards. They might open a little bit outwards, but they mainly go upwards. They are also hinged in front, so they open like conventional doors just a little bit, but they go upwards. So they just open up, kind of up straight. They look really nice. They are eye catchers. Anywhere you pull up in and you open those kind of doors, you definitely get love, attention. An advantage of those kind of doors is cars can park close to you and you can still open your door and step out. A disadvantage though is if you are parked in a place with a low ceiling or a low roof and you open your doors, your door will definitely hit the top. The top of your door will hit the roof or ceiling, which can also cost a lot. So you have to be careful. Everything has its own advantages and disadvantages. Other car manufacturers have used this scissors door concept. So a number of other cars that you find these doors, and there are also a lot of aftermarket scissor doors available. The next door I'm talking about is similar to the scissor door, but it's not. It's called the butterfly doors. It's also hinged in front and opens upwards, but it doesn't just open straight upwards. It opens upwards and outwards. It's found on the Ferrari LaFerrari, the Ferrari Enzo, the McLaren P1, MP412C, and a host of other cars. It opens outwards, but it bends forward. This door is also found on the Mercedes-Benz McLaren SLR and a host of other cars. And the next door is what we call the gull wing doors. The gull wing doors. It opens outwards and upwards. These doors are hinged at the top of the car, hinged on the roof of the car. So they open outwards, like a gull about to take off. So they open outwards. It was popularized by the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, and it was also used in the Mercedes-Benz SLS. This is a lovely and very attractive door. One advantage, it creates a big opening or a very wide opening for occupants to get in or out of the vehicle. One problem though will be if the roof is low, you're going to hit the roof as well. So you have to be very careful. Another door I'm talking about is what we call the Falcon door. It's similar to the gull wing door. Some people even call it the gull wing door, but it's similar to the gull wing door. But when Tesla, spoiler. So anyhow, the Falcon door is used on the Tesla Model X. It's similar, like I said, it's similar to the gull wing doors that opens outwards, but it has a different concept. Instead of opening completely outwards and up once, it has some mechanisms that allow the door fold in a funny way while going upwards. So your Tesla Model X can have cars parked like a distance of 1 foot on both sides and it will still open up. The doors have sensors in it that detects the distance between cars close to it and knows how it's going to adjust the door while opening. So that is what we call the Falcon doors. It opens up very wide as well, very, very wide, because the Model X is like an SUV. It's bigger than a sedan. The next door I'm talking about is what we call the Dihedral Doors. These doors are used by Koenigsegg. We have them in the Koenigsegg Agera, the Regera, the Gemera, and even the Jesko. So these doors open like scissor doors, but they need more space. They open upright. When they are completely open, the rear of the door is facing up, completely facing up. So obviously you need a high roof to be able to open this door. So there's a lot of space for the occupants to get in or out of the vehicle. Another door used by automakers is what we call the Canopy Doors. So these doors open by lifting the entire top of the car up, with the windshield, the side windows, everything goes up to allow occupants in or out of the vehicle, like a fighter jet. So it's also the kind of door found on the Lamborghini Goista and a couple of other cars. Now you're not bothered about whether there are cars beside you because you don't need to open any door on the side. So we also have a door called the front hinge door. This was used in a car called the BMW Stella. It's an old car. In this car, the front door, the door is hinged to the front. So when you actually open the front of the car to get into the car. It's a small car. It's also called the bubble car. Yeah, some people call it the bubble car. We also have a sliding down door found in the BMW Z1. A number of them were made, and the door made the vehicle stand out, because the concept or design of the door was lovely. So I hope you learned a thing or two about car doors in this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ayo Loves Cars. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, Ayo Loves Cars. So please share with your friends and family and help Ayo Loves Cars to grow. Have a lovely day.